His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working on a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
Although I committed myself to doing an audit, this is the reason why. When the first time I saw this outturn was when the budget was submitted to us. It is not true that any member as was exerted last Sunday came to me to discuss issue of outturn. And I will show you the hypocrisy in a minute. When I saw this, I called my staff. They gave me the evidence of this money movement. And I will produce screenshots and documents to that effect at my trial. When I saw this, I called my staff. They gave me the evidence of this money movement. And I will produce screenshots and documents to that effect at my trial. And I will produce screenshots and documents to that effect at my trial. And I will produce screenshots and documents to that effect at my trial. And I will produce screenshots and documents to that effect at my trial. And I will produce screenshots and documents to that effect at my trial of how money was moved. So I said, no, I don't want to implicate anyone. But what I will do, we must do the audit. So now they have even extended it to 2022. So we'll be asking the GAC, instead of just 2023 audit, to 2022 and 2023 to see what happened here. I'm not a financial expert. I'm not just going to throw charges. So I just want the public that this GAC audit will happen as I mandated. I wanted to see it at the end of 2025. At the end of October. That's what precipitated the fast hurry of spreading this resolution around. To prevent it, I want the audit. There was even testimony on Sunday that I prevented the audit. I want you to call the Auditor General of the Republic of Liberia. When the auditors were chased from here, and when I was in the state, the GAC called me to complain because they sent them 31 questions to answer. So one look at those questions, they got scared. They drove the people here from coming to open a shop here. They will call a name to you, did that. They will call a name to you. And we have their testimony, their letter that was written to me as to who drove them from this campus. And ever since we have been trying to negotiate with the few that this audit must happen, that the House of Representatives must be audited. I signed that contract. It was one of my campaign pledges. We have had difficulty in doing that because we have the resistance to change is monumental in this job.
I see in the next few months a noisy country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
Doma is my cousin. I was born in Nimakante.
You got birth certificate?
I come in now. Revin, take time. Revin, you divorce your wife 2 times. You divorce a 2 wife woman.
You say you done lie? I only been married twice. I was divorced twice. You know jack about me. You don't want to say you were divorced your wife and she vote for CDC. Don't play with me. You don't know jack about me. You don't know me.
Doma is my cousin. I was born in Nimakante.
You got birth certificate?
I come in now. Revin, take time. Revin, you divorce your wife 2 times. You divorce a 2 wife woman.
You say you done lie? I only been married twice. I was divorced twice. You know jack about me. You don't want to say you were divorced your wife and she vote for CDC. Don't play with me. You don't know jack about me. You don't know me.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong, and no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much
important. His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country, as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Martin Luther King said, until this victory is won, some will be put in jail. Some will be called that mystery rival and agitator. Some have to go through physical death, and physical death is that price that one must pay to free that children from a permanent psychological death, and nothing shall be more redeemed. Welcome to it. It's Real Talk. We go impartial, patriotic, nationalistic, the truth, nothing but the truth. Whether you like it or not, it is an obligation to tell the truth, to unearth the lies, deceit, hypocrisies. Martin Luther King said, "No lie lives forever. Truth crushed to earth will rise again." Every truth that Unity Party and their leader attempting to crush to earth will be resurrected. The mean by man live. Another day again, man. Good people. So start playing the King's Cash giveaway. It's weekend. We're giving you 10,000 so that you can get started with your Jolly Jolly. You know, in Liberia, Jolly Jolly Liberia is one of those countries that the people really like enjoying themselves. And that is good. That is good. You make the maximum use of the life that God has given you. The only thing is you don't infringe on the rights of other people, but whichever way you can amuse yourself, you can get yourself satisfied, you can do it. Interestingly, you can do it without money. You need money. Nobody can be satisfied without money. I want to see that person. And I don't think God has created that person who can exist without money, be satisfied without money. No, God first, money second. God is the creator that hovers the world and everything in it, the God of all of the provisions. But if you lacking one of the provisions, which is money, you are dead. You are dispirited. But when you have money, okay, you can see yourself to another level. That is why we are giving you 10,000. Start playing the King's Cash giveaway. It's the weekend. We're giving you 10,000 for the weekend. Hit the jackpot and get your 10,000 so that you can go jolly, de-stress yourself in the Nebuchadnezzar reign. The people themselves in the reign of Nebuchadnezzar enjoying themselves. Oh, they have the money. They have the tens of thousands of United States dollars, and you don't have any yet. We try to give you 10,000. Just take it by dialing *799 *24#. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. That's all you need to do. And then you can have your 10,000. 10,000 for the weekend. 10K. 10K. You people are provoked when you're hearing the lawmakers, those in the executive branch and other places. The journalists are talking about the money they are stealing, they are misusing. 50K, 75K, 45K. You people will get vexed. Yet we're telling you, since you are not at that level with them, you can steal the country money. You are good. You do your business. You just keep yourself quiet. We're giving you 10,000. And that 10,000, you can do so much with it. So much. Too many things you can do with the 10,000. Start playing the King's Cash giveaway. Hit the jackpot. Let's see who hits the jackpot first by collecting the 10,000 up for grabs. Let's see. It is a marathon. Let's get the race started. And you going to have that 10K, and that 10K going to get into 20K, and it's going to multiply to 30K, and you are out of poverty. You can make a decision. You can pay your bills. Too many things you can do. Start playing now. Let's get the match or the track and the athletes. The track is set. The athletes are set, and the match is on. Hit the jackpot. Who hits the line first to get the 10,000? Play as many times as you can. Run with fast speed to hit the jackpot line. Do it with *799 and *24#. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Malu F. Fofana, you are on. Good afternoon. Emots Achi Day the second, you are on the show from Mali. Marital County, you said. John Coy, you are on from your residence in Germany. William Masekwe, you are on. Alexander Tukba, Musa A. Sharif from Sophie Community, Congo Town. Emmanuel Kuye from David Dane Town, Bon County. Aloysius Gapu, you are on from Iron Factory, Block C. Matilda Stevens from Iowa, the United States of America. Asada Miller, as usual, from Red Line. Good to be on the show, you said. Yes. Good to have you on too. Peter, one day you are on. Southeastern sister, Clady Addison. Hey, you good to have you on. You are good from your end. That's right. Asata O'Dane, you are on also. Otto from Freeport of Morovia. Andrew T. Nangbe from Up Community. Thumbs Up Community. Caldwell. Is that place still a bowling area, to say the Liberian way? And there where they have the second tower, everybody, we used to hear the second tower, meet me at second tower. Is it that way, Andrew? William Masekwe from Pennsylvania, the United States of America. Mary Tooley from New Georgia Estate. And Clarence Dwyer, you are on. Good to have you on from your hustle area, you said. Okay. Navarras M, you are on from Toronto, Canada. Albert Milton Seafords from the same Thumbs Up. Call where? Sumo Taylor from your purple corner, you said. Maurice Kia from Nima County. Salier Vincent from Charlotte, North Carolina. And the list is just long. Hosea Stopperfield, Jacqueline Washington, Morris Young Kakia. The Intellectual Center of Iron Factory, Block 13 is on. I am told that it is light up. They never miss out on the show. They have made rhetoric, face the issues at 8, and let's talk about it at 7. Their priority. Good to know that you guys at the Intellectual Center, Block 13, Iron Factory. Jackson Pony, the man who coordinates it. Good afternoon. Hope that you are faring well. You are on along with your chairman, Romancio Laputown, or Kenneth Boy, as he's widely known. Thank you all for coming on. I appreciate all of you. We just can't call all of the names because you people are in your hundreds and thousand. Yes, 100 and 1,000. Before we get started with what we've got on our plate, is the weekend. Let's have you informed of what you need to know and position yourself. Get ready. Let's go this way.
I'm feeling the vibes with originalhits.com.
In their continuous effort to mobilize and recalibrate for a great comeback, the National Due Payment Committee of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, CDC, invites all partisans, supporters, and sympathizers to the launch of the CDC National Due Payment on Saturday, April 12th at the CDC National Headquarters in Congo Town. It's time to show your loyalty and support for your dear CDC. By paying your dues, you will empower the CDC financially as she prepares to make a great comeback to national leadership in 2029. The launch will be led by First Partisan Dr. George Weah, Party Chairman Janka Cole, Party Secretary General Jefferson Tambakoji, the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, Councillor J. Fonati Kofa, Senior Senator of Margibi County and Chairman of the CDC National Legislative Caucus, Nathaniel Fallo McGill, the one and only Rescue Mother, Nora Finda Bundu, the Executive Committee members, and all party stars of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, CDC.
Mama, like me,
The CDC due payment launch will climax with live performances by famous entertainers like Hipko King Takun J, Christoph the Change, and Afro-pop singer Dench. Also see live comedians Paul Flomo, Arthur, and Ojuku. Also see student leader, the famous Angel Michael, and many, many more. It's the launch of the CDC National Due Payment on Saturday, April 12, starting at 10 a.m. at the national headquarters of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change in Congo Town. Be there. Be there. Be there.
Yes. Have you seen our beauty hospitals? Have you seen our beauty schools? Have you seen our beauty roads?
So you want to not only form a part if you are a sedition, if you are a member of the party, if the party is your party, you are an integral member, then you want to show up if you're truly a partisan of the Congress for Democratic Change, you want to show up. There's always a start to anything. The party cannot operate in a vacuum. Money wouldn't drop from the sky. You need to give your contribution. That is what is referred to as a due, so that it sustains the party. You need money in any and everything in life. In the absence of that, you cannot achieve your goal. You will just be living with illusion. Vision is supported by money. You can have the best of all vision, most sophisticated. If you don't have money, it can't work. You can have everything coming from God. Once you don't have money, it wouldn't work. God can give you vision, but God does not put money in your pocket to get the vision of the grant. Instead, he gives wisdom that you will use, and that wisdom will give you the money. CDC is using the wisdom for comeback. You want to be a part of the ceremony on April 12th. That's in just under 2 weeks, not long. Today is the 28th. At the close of this weekend, we are in April. Not long a time again. Those of you who have been asking, well, it is public information now. Make sure you get ready, show up, and then you get your book and you start to pay. CDC will be back in 2029. Do not mind what Unity Party people are saying. They are afraid. They want to play on you, or they are playing on you. I told you the last time, do not get jitter. You hear these expressions. They will say things about your leader. They will say awful things about the party. We are in a political fight. This is a warfare. You don't enter a warfare with soft skin. You don't expect your opponent to praise you, to say good things about you. It is a battle for supremacy. So they will do any and everything to get you discouraged or make you feel that it is not possible. Nobody has anybody's future. No one person has this country future. This country future is not given eternally to Unity Party. And let me inject this. Probably some of you don't know, if not many. The statement that Unity Party always making, that CDC will never come to power. Do you know that that statement is tantamount to a war? Do you know that they are telling you that Unity Party will be in power as long as they can? You know, one of the things that brought the 1990 war, people were making those statements and it was being overlooked. They got tired with the regime of the day and they felt that that regime needed to go out. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and the rest of the people who had the ability internationally, the contact, the rapport, the everything, together with Charles Taylor and the other people. They gathered, they convened several meetings on how to get rid of that party that felt that they were the ones there and they needed to be there for as long as they can. At the close of the day, we heard. This is not to say that we're hoping for war, no, but let us not live with the illusion that because we fought war and so we can go back to it. There are countries that fought more than us. They lasted for almost 20 years. They got peace. The incidents that led them to go to war, they started repeating the same thing. One of those is what Unity Party people always saying, and that is not. Probably some of them do not know, or they do not know. Let me educate you people. There are certain statements you just can't make. It is not only provocation, but it leaves people in the position, or it puts people in the positions to start preparing. When you think that you have everything, that you should be there, nobody else should come, then there is a problem. That statement is tantamount to serious. It could spark something in this country. No government has ever said that. Every government will say that they will go 2-term as per the constitutional requirement. That's what we have heard over the years, and that was constitutional, that was democratic. It is only Unity Party that have started to say this party, CDC, would never come back. You overlook it, you think that it is a mere statement. Listen, do not overlook certain statements in life, because you know why? As they say it, they are planning so that it doesn't happen. And if you sit there idle, it will definitely work for them against you, and you will end up blaming yourself. Do you know that one of the reasons CDC lost the election along the way, they were complacent, they were relaxed, they felt that they had already won it, so they weren't going the extra mile. They were allowing people to say, Unity Party people to say things and do some things. At the close of the day, what happened? They were Etta Brown Lasana and the other people helped them to win it, as evident of the low margin, very, very, very tiny margin between the two people. You don't overlook that statement, but what I can say, and is what I'm saying, that statement has everything to put this country into another. It is a provocative statement. However, don't sit supinely. Do what you can. That is why you need to get ready for the due payment launch. Start putting your dollars together, your $5, your $10, whatever, as per your category. The last time Teacher Light, Anthony Atlaw, AB, was on his show, Face the Issues, explaining everything and the various categories. With the time closer now, I am sure that he will take up time within his show to give us an understanding. That's why you need to listen tonight. So let's go back. Listen again.
I'm feeling the vibes with originalhits.com.
In their continuous effort to mobilize and recalibrate for a great comeback, the National Due Payment Committee of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, CDC, invites all partisans, supporters, and sympathizers to the launch of the CDC National Due Payment on Saturday, April 12th at the CDC National Headquarters in Congo Town. It's time to show your loyalty and support for your dear CDC. By paying your dues, you will empower the CDC financially as she prepares to make a great comeback to national leadership in 2029. The launch will be led by First Partisan Dr. George Weah, Party Chairman Janka Cole, Party Secretary General Jefferson Tambakoji, the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, Councillor Jeff Fonati Kofa, Senior Senator of Margibi County and Chairman of the CDC National Legislative Caucus, Nathaniel Fallo McGill, the one and only rescue mother, Nora Finda Bundu, the executive committee members, and all party stars of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, CDC. The CDC due payment launch will climax with live performances by famous entertainers like Hipko King Takun J, Christoph the Change, and Afro-pop singer Dench. Also see live comedians Paul Flomo, Arthur, and Ojuku. Also see student leader, the famous Angel Michael, and many, many more. It's the launch of the CDC National Due Payment on Saturday, April 12th, starting at 10 a.m. at the national headquarters of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change in Congo Town. Be there.
I've got just like yes. Every sin I build the hospitals. Every sin I build the schools. Every sin I build.
Until April 12th, we continue to give you to get ready for the due payment launch of the Congress for Democratic Change as it gets ready to get back into power by giving 4,000, 10,000, 20,000. Start playing the King's Cash giveaway. April 12th isn't far. It is just under 2 weeks from now. Start playing, hit the jackpot, get your 10,000 today. You could set aside 1,000 or 1,005. Over the weekend, you play on the other shows, you get 10,000, you put 1,005 aside. On Sunday, you play, you get 10,000, you put 1,005 aside. How many thousand you have received? You have set aside right there, 3,000. So before you get to April 12th, you will have enough money to go and secure your due book and make your first payment. And then beyond that, you start paying your due as per the time. So start playing the King's Cash giveaway. It's 10,000 we're giving out today. 10,000, that's star 799, star 24 hash. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US, and then you can have for yourself 10,000 for the weekend. Rennie say, Bo say, I hope my blue book is ready. Well, I can say, but Teacher Light might throw light on it this evening. So let's get now to the issues. Continue to play, start playing. Play as many times as you can. Dial star 799 star 100. That's, yes, 24 hash. Star 799 star 24 hash. 24 hash. Star 799 star 24 hash. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Hit the jackpot. Let's see if we can do that in the next 10, 15, 20 minutes before we can move to the second and final lap of the show. It's weekend. It's weekend. I might do something. It's weekend. But let's talk these political issues first because they are the trending issues. We can do without them as you play the King's Cash giveaway by just dialing star 799 star 24 hash and play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Let's start with the let's start with the infidelity. Infidelity simply means unfaithful, being unfaithful, infidelity. And infidelity is not exclusively or only, or the word is only used for the man not being faithful to his wife, or the woman is not being faithful, or if there is a cohabitation, there isn't any faithfulness. Cohabitation is what we say in Liberian term, boyfriend, girlfriend. Cohabitation simply means two unmarried living under the same roof, but there is nothing legal binding them or binds them together. The word is also used for anything unfaithful. If you are in the office and you're not doing what you ought to do, and there is a lack, it is infidelity. Wherever, at the business, wherever, is infidelity. If you are cheating, it's infidelity. If you are stealing, it's infidelity. Anything you decide to do based on corruption, hiding, secret, and on is infidelity. So we have fidelity before us. Marital infidelity involving non-politician and a politician. Infidelity. And that politician is the man who sees himself as the speaker when he isn't the speaker of the House of Representatives. Nangwekun, that's how the Ghanaian parliament speaker call it. Nangwekun. So his wife has brought or increased this psychological breakdown on him. He's already battling frustration. He is in a state of confusion. He just don't know what to do. The Supreme Court will rule against him. I continue to say that, trust me. If that doesn't happen, then God is on his side. But God cannot be on the majority black side, nor Richard Kun's side, because he is the God of the rule of law. His wife, Angeline Mami Wallo Kun, has taken him to court. The government knows how to work. The woman has taken him to court for cheating, dubious scheme, diabolical scheme, deceit, lie. That's infidelity right there. That's marital infidelity. When you're hearing things from the woman or the man, when you're cheating, that just infidelity, just all those things, lying, stealing, anything hidden, anything that the next party is robbed of is infidelity. His wife is Angeline, fine name, beautiful name. Angeline Mamin Wallo Kun will file a lawsuit at the commercial court. That's according to Front Page Africa. Front Page Africa will break the news. According to Front Page Africa, renegade junta speaker Richard Kun's wife, Angeline Mami Wallo Kun, is seeking a property accounting of the income generated from their joint property. She wants a full account, full understanding of their property. Listen, no. So he been lying to the woman. He been stealing from the woman. He been cheating on the woman with the property. According to Front Page Africa, Richard Kun's wife is claiming that her husband, who manages the property, has failed to provide her with a full understanding about the proceeds. That means the money they generate from renter. They have property around, or let me put it in the plural, properties around. And Richard Kun will not tell her how much money coming from these properties. She wants to know. For decades, according to her, it been a decade or 10 years. Say speaker. And he says speaker, okay, they'll call you speaker. They'll call you speaker for discussion sake. Look at a speaker whom not organized. There you say speaker. There's a loan. We can take you from there. Send you aside to go organize. You accusing other people. You have brought all kind of nonsense against Fonati Kofa. We're not saying Fonati Kofa is perfect. He doesn't have his flaws or imperfections. But the way you went about doing it as if you people are all clean, you have no stain on you, and only Fonatikofa has the stain. Look at this. You know what I mean? You and a woman together, you're acquired together. And then you took charge of managing. Instead of furnishing a woman along the way with the revenue generation, you block her. That's the story that Front Page Africa reporting. Oh, the paper went on to say that the two of them, they've been married for 25 years. The two of them. The paper said the two of them being married for 25 years. And Front Page Africa says that they jointly acquired the property in March 2004. So it means they got married in 2000. According to Front Page Africa, they jointly acquire the property. Not that Richard Kun had the properties before he got married to the woman, or the woman had the properties before Richard Kun got married to her, or she got married to Richard Kun. They acquire, according to the paper, they got the property together. And Richard Kun had been managing it. The paper is quoting her as saying that he would not tell her how much money the properties around, rental, entertainment centers, estate, real estate, and all of those stuff will not tell her. Or she knew that they have property. So she was just there as a married woman, he had property. Not until this day. And where the property is, according to the paper, it is located in Unity Conference Center Community. That's Hotel Africa Road, Virginia. And the paper went further to disclose, according to what the paper gathered from Richard Kun's wife, Angeline Mami Wallo Kun, what she told the paper, that the property was registered in April 2004 with both of their names listed in the archive. They developed the property in 2005, constructing 5 duplexes, each one with 2 apartments, totaling 10 apartments. She went further to tell the paper in 2007, she and Richard Kun agreed to rent out the units so that they can get money for the family. Front Page Africa is quoting Representative Richard Kun's wife. Lawsuit as saying, Mr. Kun, Speaker Kun, anyone, Speaker, anyone, that expression, just to be called that way, so okay, we'll call you Speaker. But a small letter, Chief, they're not big S, that's small S. So we'll call you Speaker. So in this capacity, we are referring to you as Speaker, but we attach the adjective or expression there to say infidelity speaker on property ground. When you will hold anything, infidelity means cheating. It means secrecy. That word, let's just use the word secrecy. Because secret means you want the other partner to know. You're keeping it onto yourself. The paper is quoting her lawsuit as saying that Kun has not provided her. Kun did not give her any information regarding the rental proceeds or money they generated, even though he is managing himself. As per the woman's argument, yes, no problem. Since you are managing it, I trust you, I trust your ability. You are an accountant by profession. I trust you on everything. So I will not question you. Flow along. And I expect you to respect me as your wife and an integral partner to this arrangement, to furnish me along the way how much we are generating from all of these properties over the time. That which he had not been doing. So it made the woman vex and say, oh, but lawyer, this thing here, should anything happen, I will be in a disadvantaged position. And that is why you see some women at the close of the day, when the man puts in for divorce or something happen, the woman get nothing in return. And when they go before the law, like Teacher Light, Anthony Law, A.B. Weah will tell us the law is about reasoning. So when they go now, they say, okay, bring this, bring that, bring that. And then they reason it out judicially and come to the conclusion that, madam, you have no case because all of the documents were saying you got nothing. Nothing is in your name. Everything here, we're not seeing any agreement between you and the man that along this way, you people will have to sit down and look at this document, how much you people have generated. Yeah, my dear Southeastern sister, I know you are going to come out, even though you just woke up from bed. My dear Southeastern sister, Dwight, how much you have generated, or we have generated, and on and on. Nothing. Nothing. The man said nothing. That's how you see some women. Some women, they just, at the end of the day, they just go frustrated. And even men too, it happened to men, because some men, they will put everything in a woman's name. They will have no time. They say, oh, my wife can do that, my wife can do that. At the end of the day, every day we see, just go to city court. When you go to city court at Temple of Justice, you will laugh until your sir, the beginning say your sanke. Your sanke will hear you. See, you see these things. So that what? The woman looked into him and said, no, we got to go to court. Yeah. What other thing the paper said? That Kuhn, even though he Richard Kuhn, initially he provided an income estimate of $5,110 for the first year renter. That was 2007. His wife, Angeline Mami Wallo Kuhn, according to her, she has not been given any update on the income generated over those years. She also claimed, according to Front Page Africa, that the speaker, she refers to him as speaker, and she respects him for that. He failed to get an account of the rent proceeds, joint ownership, nothing. Let me now go further with this. Just put in a nutshell that he just refused to allow the woman to know everything. I think the woman just trusted him. But again, you can't leave yourself vulnerable like that. No. She said she exerted effort to get information about the property, the revenue, or the money generated from the property. But every time she attempted, she was met with resistance. And that Kuhn has given instruction to the tenants, according to her, Front Page Africa is quoting her as saying that Kuhn, the speaker, renegade speaker, junta speaker, will give instruction to those who occupy those duplexes in the Virginia area not to engage her with anything payment. That means when she acts as the wife, according to her, Kuhn told them that they are not answerable to her on anything money matter. No. They should not answer her. They should not tell her anything. Only he, Richard Kun, that they are answerable to. And the paper is also quoting her as saying that it been ongoing for a period now. It is one of the contentious issues they have. Couple of times a heated argument will ensue. She said in 2015, yes, they had that. And Kun told her to go to the apartments and ask tenants for receipts. Many out of vexation. Since you pressurize me, go to the tenant, go ask them for a receipt. And I receive you want. She said she's being excluded from any involvement in the management of the property. So she is asking the court to compel Representative Richard Kun. God, please, I beg you, I hold your phone, God. Please forgive me for referring to that man as speaker. But I said a small s. Yeah, small s, not BS. So she took the man to court. She took Richard Kun to court that the court will compel him to provide a proper accounting of the rental income and give her 50% share that she is entitled to as co-owner of the property. That's why she wants the court. That's the reason she took Richard Kun to court. That she wants to have, the court must compel Richard Kun to provide her proper accounting of the renter. Must give account of the money they've been collecting over the years from those duplexes in Hotel Africa and other places, because the property or properties are owned by two of them. It was not something she inherited as the married wife, but they built it together. They own it together. This is her argument. So Richard Kun cannot marginalize her. No, cannot marginalize. She wants the court to compel him to provide a proper accounting of the rental income and give her 50% share as her entitlement as co-owner of the property. Continue to play the King's Cash giveaway. 10,000 for the weekend. Play, hit the jackpot, get your 10,000, and then you can go on Jolly Jolly. Down star 799 star 24 hatch. Play with a $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US, and then you can have your 10,000 for the weekend. So that is the first pointer of the show, the weekend. The weekend, this break.
I'm feeling the vibes with originalhits.com.
In their continuous effort to mobilize and recalibrate for a great comeback, the National Due Payment Committee of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, CDC, invites all partisans, supporters, and sympathizers to the launch of the CDC National Due Payment on Saturday, April 12th at the CDC National Headquarters in Congo Town. It's time to show your loyalty and support for your dear CDC. By paying your dues, you will empower the CDC financially as she prepares to make a great comeback to national leadership in 2029. The launch will be led by First Partisan Dr. George Weah, Party Chairman Janka Cole, Party Secretary General Jefferson Tambakoji, the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, Councillor J. Fonati Kofa, Senior Senator of Margibi County and Chairman of the CDC National Legislative Caucus, Nathaniel Fallow McGill, the one and only rescue mother, Nora Finda Bundu, the executive committee members, and all party stars of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, CDC.
Mama, like me, every
The CDC due payment launch will climax with live performances by famous entertainers like Hipco King Tycoon J, Christoph the Change, and Afro-pop singer Dench. Also see live comedians Paul Flomo, Arthur, and Ojuku. Also see student leader, the famous Angel Michael, and many, many more. It's the launch of the CDC National Due Payment on Saturday, April 12, starting at 10 a.m. at the national headquarters of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change in Congo Town. Be there.
I've got just like yes. Every sin I build the hospitals. Every sin I build the schools. Every sin I build the roads.
You're listening to Real Talk. Listening and watching Real Talk on Kings 88.5. The weekend's edition of the show is Friday. Let's move to the Independent National Commission on Human Rights, but keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. Is $10,000 for the weekend. That's star 799 star. That's 24 hatch. 24 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US, and then win for yourself $10,000. So the Independent National Commission on Human Rights will sound alarm over what it called significant rise in human rights violations across Liberia under the Unity Party government, marking increase compared to previous years. Listen carefully. Marking a troubling increase compared to previous years. Not previous year, but previous years. What the report is saying, that there were human rights violations with previous governments. Unity Party, Rescue Mission, human rights violations, gross violations, blatant, intentional violations of people's rights surpass previous governments. The Independent National Commission on Human Rights, that's what it said, marking a troubling increase compared to previous years. The report was released by the head of that institution, Councillor Dempster Brown, in the Commission's annual Human Rights Situation Report. They talk about the deteriorating human rights under the Barker administration. According to Dempster Brown, Liberia's human rights landscape has worsened under the Joseph Boakar's administration compared to the tenures of Presidents Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and George Weah. And he will call on the government to take urgent action to reverse what he called declining trend, meaning it is bad. Under Boakar government, rescue government, the human rights record of the rescue government is bad off. Imagine this is a government institution, not people from outside. The Independent National Commission on Human Rights is a government institution with the president having the right to appoint all commissioners and head of that commission. They are saying that unlike previous governments, what they have seen under Boakai from 2024 to 2025, the violations are unprecedented. That's what the report said. They will talk about police brutality. They will condemn the Liberia National Police for increased brutality and lack of accountability under the leadership or the police under Gregory Coleman. That the man, how they call them CON, they called him a couple of days ago and honor him for his good work according to them. No disrespect to CO, but I think that intellectual center is declining. So they feed on politicians now. They join the rank of those other people who just go around, honor people, and get money for them. I think CO has lost its relevance. Politicians are not really going there like before. We're not in campaign period that they will invite politicians to go there and leave 1,000, 5. Most of the intellectual centers are practically dead. So CO needs money. They call the man Gregory Coleman and honor him. What is happening with Boakai officials? They will honor them, and then the next day, damning report comes on them. They honor this guy, not CO people, another group of individuals. They honor the LEC boss. 2 days after the honor, what happened? We saw a damning thing about LEC, and everybody said the memo give the award back. Everybody put more on him. Gafwan, they both recognize Gafwan as the best finance minister. Best finance minister. You stay 1 month in office, less than a month in office. They recognize Gafwan. That one that I call us. They say Gafwan best finance minister. At the close of the day, 2 days after Gafwan say they play a rich now win A. The whole country coming get tough. The years ahead of us, things will be very tough. Gregory Coleman, CEO, the Intellectual Center on Carey Street. That Carey Street, Yes. The old fire service era. They honor the man. Yeah, is it the Independent National Commission on Human Rights is saying that the police honor Gregory Coleman is bad off. They infringe on people's rights. They brutalize people. They just do things at will and pleasure, and nothing come of it. This is the man CEO went and honor just to get money from him. No disrespect to them, but you have to stop honoring these government officials because they are bad off. One day you will take some kind of certificate and carry to the executive mansion and say you're honoring Boakai for the good job. Nemo that had gained respect of the people in this country and part of the international community that today Nemo head Eddie Jaulo travel almost everywhere in the world. The man comes to give report. When Boakai has a dismal failure, Boakai has a red card. His report card is red. Nemo will tell us that Boakai has fulfilled 85% of what he promised in his arrest agenda. It's all because Nemo is not getting the kind of support they had now from the international community. So Eddie Jaulo trying to get closer to the government. Most of these people, they get close and feed on government because government has the money. Government-owned institution. The Independent Human Rights Commission is saying the police under Gregory Coleman is brutal. They demonstrate everywhere, every day, their predatory nature or character. And it is not a lie. The Independent Human Rights Commission not lying on the commission on the police. We see it. Everybody knows. This is not a news that they are giving. Everybody knows. Everywhere you see that. The police just lose on a Gregory Coleman. You see them beating a taxi driver, keke back riders. The back rider part, forget it. Just the back rider, then the beginning and say, not kill their mind apart. When they see back riders, their blood can boil. Just like when predator coming to you. Bad, damning report. What other thing the Independent Commission on Human Rights said about the police? That numerous reports of excessive force against civilians. Countless reports they've gathered of excessive force. Police use excessive force. You saw it against the student, unarmed students, weak students. Police use excessive force. That was just one. It gone down. With this, the Independent National Commission on Human Rights is saying that it erodes public confidence in the security apparatus, meaning the police. Nobody trusts the police. Everybody afraid of Gregory Coleman police in this country. Everybody afraid. Nobody trusts them. Gregory Coleman has put the police officers, especially traffic police officers, at risk. It was the same way Gregory Coleman had the police here under Ellen Sirleaf. The only achievement that I've known of Gregory Coleman is to set loose the police. Nothing transformative of the police. 12 years Gregory Coleman was over there. Nothing extra. No vision. One of the bluff police officers, the man is heavily guided than his boss man, Joe Buckeye. I don't think Joe Buckeye has many armed men as compared to Gregory Coleman. The Independent National Commission is saying that with these, it erodes the confidence. And that's true. The public has lost confidence. What other thing they said? Under the police, or the police under Gregory Coleman, that they will ignore invitations from the commission to engage in dialogue and address growing concerns. Meaning, the Independent National Commission on Human Rights is saying that they've invited the police on several occasions, because they use the word in their report, invitations. So it means several invitations went at different times, inviting the police to sit with the commission to discuss some of these things. And according to the commission, Gregory Coleman and his corps of lieutenants refused to honor any invitation from the Independent National Commission on Human Rights. And then they went to say that they are calling for comprehensive training programs for LMP officers. Why? To enhance professionalism and ensure compliance with human rights standards. Meaning, as far as the Independent National Commission on Human Rights is concerned, or no, the police under Gregory Coleman is very untrained, too mechanical, elementary, raw, green. No reason why they are behaving the way they behave. And the commission is not wrong. The commission is right. You see, there's no professionalism. No professionalism under Gregory Coleman. The police just brutal in anything, everything with anybody. They have created they have created a tense atmosphere. I thought it was I alone that noticed this. Only when people start talking about it, that between 5:30, your time, it's just that those of you in this out of this country, you people, you were not around to observe, but we observe it. Between 5:30, Monrovia is empty. Business closed. They start closing between 4:30, moving to their places. The streets clear as if we are in 1990. The people just afraid, and nobody made it that way than how the police had been behaving. People are just afraid. Between 5:30, the streets empty. People closing their business. I don't even talk about the foreigners. They shut down their businesses. They're gone. The street clear. You can stand from one end of that street and look all the way. You will see, you might just check 10, 15, 20 persons. You stand on the other side, clear. You know why? Because the people see what the police do every day. They are afraid. The police under Gregory Cuomo just backed off. That's the picture the Independent National Commission on Human Rights painted of the police. Continue to play. The King's Cash giveaway is $10,000 for the weekend. Star 799 star 24 hatch. Play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US, and then you can have your $10,000 for the weekend, and then who knows, you can decide what you want to do with it. The star 799 and star 24 hatch. Play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Let's go to the line now, and then you can have your say on these 3 pointers. The Congress for Democratic Change will be launching its due payment drive to get back into power 2029. The wife of Junta Speaker Angeline Mami Wolokun will take him to court for infidelity property-wise. And then the damning report released by the Independent National Commission on Human Rights about the gross and appalling human rights situation in Liberia under the reign of Nebuchadnezzar Unity Party Rescue One Joseph Yema Boakai. Let's go to the line. 0772 23 99 33. 0886 30 97. The women's line 0777 9803 75. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
You are on the air.
Thank you ever so much. William W. Wu, the official spokesperson of the Liberia movement. Let me say to the Independent Human Rights Commissioner, thanks to them ever so much. I agree with 100% saying we are running, we see what is happening, what is going on either with the Liberia National Police, with the UNICEF. You are trying to protect life and property, but what they are doing now is that maybe they have come to destroy property and life. What we are seeing. We saw what happened to the police, the student yesterday. We saw what happened with them, with the satellites. See what they've been doing in this country. So it's not about news. It is what they're doing. Nobody is putting it on them that they are forced. We know it's the right news that they are giving to them. They are brutal asking. I won't say anything. We see here around here. So they're not even involved. And what I want to say is that who is not going to be a speaker. You even love because it's going to be a lawmaker. Or you can't control your who. And tell me now, who are you? See that you get a woman putting together and you just sitting. I got the money. You won't say when you alone. I got entitled to the property. It's wrong thing that you are doing.
All right, sir.
Thank you so much.
Good. Nice weekend. Hello.
Hello, Sam. This is James Labrador, and I'm calling from the water side there. Let me say thank you for the show and thank you for your analysis. Thank you so much.
Change your location. Your line is cracking.
Are you getting me now?
Yes, it's a bit good.
Okay, so the Human Rights Commission report, it says because Gregory Cuomo has damaged the police force, they have made them a force to kill, then to reconcile, to make peace with people, to bring peace into the land. The police is doing nothing. But every day that you hear that they are beating people, and the other thing happens to other police people. I think it's wrong. And the human rights need to do more. Thank God for this organization who have come up boldly. I hope all of our society group will come to speak. Thank you so much.
Good. Have a nice weekend. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah,
I let it draw my attention to your talking point this afternoon concerning Honorable Kuhn. Where there's more disgrace waiting for Honorable Kuhn. This is very the beginning. You have not seen nothing yet. So the Bible said, take that my not yet, do my prophet no harm. You see like a political drain to chaos, even confusion, to just mislead the Liberian people, anyhow they see that doing the country. The disgrace government will fight. The second will be the Supreme Court. Thank you this afternoon for affording me the time.
Thank you too for spiking it up. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Andrew.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you call from?
This is A.B. Calling. I'm calling from Lokita Cinema.
Let's hear you.
You see, yeah, I agree with the human rights people, my fellow. The police so brutal. And that's why it's visible, my brother. We don't need a rocket scientist to say this. All got to come on the police is very, very brutal.
All right.
And you see, it's a honest-figure issue. The Richard woman is very, very problematic. You know, since I see you, you can't even handle a woman affair. Now we're taking it to court. It's the same thing at the parliament there. These people just keep on involving the country in themselves. You see what is going on now? The woman has to take the court because you don't even get the woman selling in your womb. Richard woman is a disgrace.
Thank you so much. Good. Let's get to the women. Hello.
Hello, Prince Anu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut your radio off.
Yeah. This is Rose Tortu calling from Front Street. Mr. Andrew, Brother Andrew.
Let's hear you, madam. Other people are waiting.
Yeah. These people, especially Richard Kuhn, look at an FA Google, he look like the devil. That means you're devil. These people are wicked set of people. They play with medicine, witch, and they think they can play with Liberian people's lives. But we are praying to God. They were carrying to court today. Tomorrow, children they will carry to court. Even the devil will take it to court.
All right.
Thank you, yeah.
Thank you so much for calling. Have a nice day. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, go after the same Andrew.
Let's hear you quick.
For the big festival in Zimbabwe. You know, I'm 100% in agreement with the Independent Human Rights Commission because since the inception of this government, Tim Andrew, police brutality is on the increase, Tim Andrew. Further to the issue of Richard Kuhn, there's a scripture in the Bible that says that you should be able to take the spark with your own eyes before you take the spark with your next neighbor eye. Tim Richard Kuhn is not able to do his own work good. How will he be able to spearhead the issue of the other legislature? So, Tim, Richard Kuhn is not the speaker. As for me, I bring it push.
Thank you, Chief. We're not coming to whether Richard Kuhn is a speaker or not. Or talk the lawsuit filed by his wife as brought out by Front Page Africa. Hello. Let's get
hello,
from
Brother Andrew. How are you?
I'm good. Yes, I'm good. I'm good. Thank God. And you?
Yeah, thank God. Thank you. Yeah, my attention drawn to the police director. I think Facebook see everything when the student get on the street, the beating and the police were beating the student. Everything was on Facebook. But I see this police spokesperson came out to say, oh yeah, the police not be any student. But we see everything on Facebook. Like also the international community also see it. They also go to the so-called speaker. What I hear you say, oh yeah, when they you don't going to move. I think that's going to be the lie because even it was going to be in a setting. It's not going to be in a setting. It made the court rule when they voted for them to go in out of it will be the any other capital building there. So then you get this back of his mind. He cannot come and to do our nation which is they respecting our rule and law in our country. He tried to say, oh yeah, when the Supreme Court rule, he's still going to be
okay, Chief.
Let me just get a minute to him. That's going to be the lie. That's going to be the lie. We all have to respect the law. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day there in the United States. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Good evening. Yes, good afternoon, Mr. St. Andrew.
Let's go. Let's hear you quick.
Yeah, Peter David Castle. Mr. St. Andrew, the human rights report on this particular government is very much accurate and authentic. And we are all here, we observing what is going on. You look at the police brutality, it has become the epicenter of this particular government since they took power in 2023, January 22nd. And the police have become a very brutal against a peaceful citizen. Extrajudicial killings have become order of the day of Joseph Boakai government. And look at what even is happening within the working force or the working sector. People are no longer free to talk. Once you are not a unity partisan or you do not have a personal loyalty to the president, absolutely you cannot have a dissenting view. And to even have access to governmental job becomes far more difficult. So these are and the factors are being cataloged by the Human Rights Commission.
Thank you, sir.
And it is very well.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Your name and where you call from?
Mariam calling from somewhere.
Let's hear you, Mariam.
Yeah, Mr. Andrew.
When we bring the fast, Mariam?
People saying that Sunday.
What you call people saying that Sunday? So what you say?
Yeah, we have money.
That's Sunday. That's Sunday, Mariam. That's Sunday, yeah? Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, Mr. Andrew. Yeah, the money our own show, but I couldn't get him. I facing problem. Serious problem, I want to see too.
Oh, no,
yeah.
Maria. Okay, you know what? You wait for Monday, yeah?
Monday.
Yeah, wait for Monday. Israel will come by God's grace. Then you can tell him your problem, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. So I beg you, exercise patience. In the meantime, Allah with you. Don't worry. Yeah, just wait for Monday. You call Israel, and he will help to solve your problem. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Maria. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. Andrews.
Good afternoon, sir.
Pastor Cooper called from Balanced Junction.
Pastor Cooper, what? What is Pastor Cooper's last name? Cooper what?
Come again.
Cooper what?
Emmanuel Cooper.
Let's hear you, Pastor.
Yeah, you see, firstly, our nation is declining, most especially on the human rights abuses, the police brutality. You can't intimidate the citizens. You know, what Liberia passed through is just that people don't unlearn and undo what they are supposed to do. As a country today, we are revising back to the dark days. You can't do this thing in the kind of modern time. You need to respect the rule of law, uphold the value of the Constitution, but the Constitution has been undermined. The rule of law has been broken down in this government, and we spiritual leaders are sitting down because we see this thing tomorrow. Don't call church and say, I pray for Liberia. Liberia doesn't really need prayer. We need for the government to do what is right. We need a civilized society, a peaceful country, and a country that is unified. Because the Bible says, without unity, the horse is divided against itself cannot stand. So Liberia needs to be united so that we can force ahead into national development. But sadly, under this government of an old man who has lived good life, God has blessed him, but you want to send other young people with dreams and vision ahead of time. Because when things fall apart in this country, where in the center can no longer hold, and there are people who are living with the nature of evil. And Liberia will revise and lose the gain that we have made. The democratic game, we will lose it, and the world will not respect us anymore.
Thank
so
you, Pastor.
We need to be very careful.
Thank you. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Andrew.
Let's hear you. Your name and where you call from.
Thank you very much. This is Spencer Mohammed, and I call from a Popo Corner, Danko Spunyo, White community. Mr. Andrews, thank you very much. I firstly want to tell the Human Rights Commission, thank you. But I believe that their action today or their press statement today is belated because this thing has been going on for a year and we are not here for them. But albeit, we want to commend them for taking the step, and we believe that all of civil society organizations are going to take the step and start to condemn the activities of this brutal police under Gregory Comer. Mr. Andrews, your observation is just synonymous to my observation. Today, if you are driving around Monrovia around 5 o'clock, it's just synonymous to the other days of our war in Liberia. It reminds me of the time the rebel was somewhere around Banga and Isivaro, and we begin to hear the news. That's how Monrovia is looking like under this Joe Newman Boakai, the 42 years experienced man. It's very sad.
All right,
Everything
Chief.
has broken down, and this country is heading in a detailed direction.
Thank you, sir.
very much
Have
for
a nice
raising this
weekend.
issue and for flagging this issue. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Your name and where you call from?
This is Mohammed Gitawa, and I'm of the Suara movement in Liberia. Thank you very much for this information. I want to commend people, the Adeniko Civil Society Organization abroad, the Adeniko information against the government. Because the police under Gogo Kumo, some are all confused. How really Gogo Kumo, a character came like this? Because they may, as a deputy police director on Manasari, he was very professional at that time. But this day, they cannot see protesters. At the moment you see people on the street, get to say, the people, they are not. He went breaking more country, he gave 5 persons there, he just put citizens in the country. So that means we recommend this organization. We ourselves will soon come up with our own report on the government, the way in which the police portray like when people the government now dismiss Gogo Como. It will be a time also the organization will get together to rep all the country to make the government to dismiss Gogo Como because it's really enough resentment.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Hello. Chief, you are on. Hello? You are on the air. I mean, why are you beating on your call there doing different things? Let's go. Let's hear you. Let's hear you.
Hello, I'm waiting for calling for Weah because I'm Weah.
Let's hear you, Chief.
Thank you very much for the discussion. Reason why is King, he look for it, he get it. 25 years, he won't say anything. But the behavior he get on, that he go back to him. So we thank God, thank you. That's the full rule again, we want to her. You have a right. In Jesus' name.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. Dial star 799 star 25 hash. Play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US, and then you can have your weekend 10,000 in this reign of Nebuchadnezzar, in which things are just tough. The country is hard, terrible, bad. It is only God right now. Dial star 799 star 25 hash, play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. You can hit the jackpot and get your 10,000. Oh yes, it's possible. Play as many times as you can. Don't give up. Just keep playing. You can tell that 10,000 could be yours. That's why it is referred to as jackpot. Once you hit that 10,000 Liberian dollars, it's in your account. Play as many times as you can. It doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing. You only need to dial star 799 star 25 hash. Play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50, and then you can win for yourself. You can get your 10,000 Liberian dollars for the weekend. Jolly. You don't get money. That is there. Those who get money, forget it. Those of you who are going to entertainment center, you don't want to be standing in the midst of your friends. You're hoping that you will see somebody and say, "Oh, my man, I'm taking one star on you," or "My girl, I'm taking one beer on you." No, you want to be independent. You want to show your independence. You aren't independent when you don't have money. You are independent when you have money. Money is very key. Okay, thank you for spicing up the first lap of the show. Let's take this break. When we come back, we are in to another thing. This country is purely ironic. This government is in tatters. Things are just not happening as the way they had envisioned because they lie. They lie. I saw a photo. Emmanuel Macron was not really comfortable with the vice president. He kept on looking at the vice president. They say words, picture reveals 1,000 words. And that means from your observation, you can read into it. It gives you several understanding. Emmanuel Macron is a smiling guy. We have seen several pictures, several. I can show you the pictures with former President George Weah and other people smiling, hugging, giving a pat on the back, and then they're moving. The man is in the presence of the president of France. By coincidence, it wasn't a planned meeting. Emmanuel Macron just looking at Vice President Kuhn and saying within himself, well, what kind of man here? Who is this man? That's not the issue. Hold on to that. This break. Vital information.
I'm feeling the vibes with originalhits.com.
In their continuous effort to mobilize and recalibrate for a great comeback, the National Due Payment Committee of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, CDC, invites all partisans, supporters, and sympathizers to the launch of the CDC National Due Payment on Saturday, April 12th at the CDC National Headquarters in Congo Town. It's time to show your loyalty and support for your dear CDC. By paying your dues, you will empower the CDC financially as she prepares to make a great comeback to national leadership in 2029. The launch will be led by First Partisan Dr. George Weah, Party Chairman Janka Cole, Party Secretary General Jefferson Tambakoji, the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, Councilor J. Fonati Kofa, Senior Senator of Magibi County, and Chairman of the CDC National Legislative Caucus, Nathaniel Fallo McGill, the one and only Rescue Mother, Nora Finda Bundu, the Executive Committee members, and all party stars of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, CDC. The CDC due payment launch will climax with live performances by famous entertainers like Hipko King Tycoon J, Christoph the Change, and Afro-pop singer Dench. Also see live comedians Paul Flomo, Arthur, and Ojuku. Also see student leader, the famous Angel Michael, and many, many more. It's the launch of the CDC National Due Payment on Saturday, April 12th, starting at 10 a.m. at the national headquarters of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change in Congo Town. Be there.
Every sin I build hospitals. Every sin I build schools. Every sin I build a road.
I'm feeling the vibes with originalhits.com.
In their continuous effort to mobilize and recalibrate for a great comeback, the National Due Payment Committee of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, CDC, invites all partisans, supporters, and sympathizers to the launch of the CDC National Due Payment on Saturday, April 12th at the CDC National Headquarters in Congo Town. It's time to show your loyalty and support for your dear CDC. By paying your dues, you will empower the CDC financially as she prepares to make a great comeback to national leadership in 2029. The launch will be led by First Partisan Dr. George Weah, Party Chairman Janka Cole, Party Secretary General Jefferson Tambakoji, the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, Councilor J. Fonati Kofa, Senior Senator of Margibi County and Chairman of the CDC National Legislative Caucus, Nathaniel Fallo McGill, the one and only rescue mother, Nora Finda Bundu, the executive committee members, and all party stars of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, CDC. The CDC due payment launch will climax with live performances by famous entertainers like Hipco King Tycoon J, Christoph the Change, and Afropop singer Dench. Also see live comedians Paul Flomo, Arthur, and Ojuku. Also see student leader, the famous Angel Michael, and many, many more. It's the launch of the CDC National Due Payment on Saturday, April 12, starting at 10 a.m. at the national headquarters of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change in Congo Town. Be there.
I've got just 5 years. Have you seen I'm building hospitals? Have you seen I'm building schools? Have you seen I'm building roads?
It's going to be one event that will be characterized by different performances, but not the usual CDC rally and people go long speeches from one speech to another. Is the launch of the due payment. You have speeches, you have the standard bearer, George Weah, former president, making remarks, the party's chairman, the chairman of the party's legislative caucus, Senator McGill, and other stalwarts of the party. There will be a couple of speeches, yes, but wouldn't be the grandeur speeches or the usual that you will hear, because this one is purely to give people a full understanding, to get you ready for 2029, what you need to do, what you need to have, how you need to get yourself ready, and beyond that, guide against the temptation. When you have your book, then you are a member of the party. When you are a due payer, you have voice. You want to get ready? Not long. It is the 12th of April, not long. So get ready. Get ready. When AB comes on tonight, he might give you a full understanding, the breakdown, how it's going to be. I'm just trying to encourage you to start putting your $1 or $2 together so that you have your blue book. If you are a partisan, if you have not been paying, you can make a comeback in the absence of money. 2029 is going to get tough. I'm not talking about the country or from a unity party perspective. I'm talking about having the finance. CDC is not in power. It's not the reliant on the party that, oh, they in power, they will do this, they will do that. We need that. No, the same spirit and zest that you had when CDC was in opposition, you were doing everything for the love of the party. It is that same zest, that same zeal that you have to demonstrate. But this time around, you need your card. You need your card to give your $1, your $2, your $3, so that the party is financially balanced to battle the Satanists and dethrone Satanists. And then you can give a testimony that I saw Satan fall. You know that passage in the Bible? In Revelation? I saw Satan fall. Anyway, I'm putting that in a political context. Okay. So let's go now. Let's go to day 2, and then we are out. So I am getting bits and pieces of info that the National Elections Commission has denied. That's the information I'm having. I'm getting. I can give you or say it, 100% because I haven't validated it. So I can tell you that the National Elections Commission has denied, but I'm getting bits and pieces of info that the National Elections Commission has denied. Prophet Key, who announced his intention to contest the senatorial election in Nimba County. According to the information, he played no part in any one of the elections in Liberia. He stayed out of this country for forever, and then he comes back once the National Elections Commission gave him everything to contest. It doesn't work like that. No, we're not joking here. The time he took to stay out, insulting women, causing women by way, all of the women in this country, he insulted them. Whichever way he got the support of Unity Party people, they back him to the letter. Now they are unable to help him in his quest. He wants to be senator. That is a curse. That man insulted older women and older men in this country. He said all kinds of things. Your words, God in heaven said it. Matthew 12, he said the words that you use, the words that come out of your mouth can either bless you or curse you. So you see, it's haunting him. Our Lord did not say when you stay out forever. What the Lord said, even the president said, to be president in this country, you must have domicile for this number of years. That means you must have lived in the country. That's one of the criteria or prerequisites to contest. You stay in wherever for record ages. The Congo people can say since hell was a pup. You come down because Joe Boaka there. So you come down now. You think that you are free. Yes, you are free because Boaka is there, but you are not free of the bars, the imprisonment of the people whom you insulted, all those women that the curse following you so. So they say next that the information are getting that next say they can register the men to contest. You think we're stupid in this country? Go back in Morocco underground and continue your cursing. It would be good that you start cursing Boaka, cursing all Boaka official, everybody. It will help you. Because you curse people here, you curse people anyway, whichever way for this one Boaka. Boaka promise you said Boaka are going to make you cultural ambassador. You can't. They give you away. You fending all around here. Rescue have no time for you. You think our law, that Boaka law, that they should circumvent it to satisfy you as one of his surrogates? That's the information I'm getting. So when they deny you, that's good. Let's go sit down in Morocco. I expect you to go and be cursing. Or even you can stay right here and curse Boaka. Curse all his ministers and other people. Curse all anyway you want curse. And see whether they will not go after you and beat you. So let's go to the Liberian Council of Churches. They claim to be speaking. They released a statement, the Liberia Council of Churches. Listen to the Liberia Council of Churches. They tire being silent now. They fold their mouth. So they say they're talking now. Keep playing. We are getting there gradually. Hit the jackpot with 10,000. Hit the jackpot by getting your 10,000. That's why they say jackpot. A huge amount. And you can see the people that be playing when they pop. You see the celebration. That person is celebrating all over the place because the person had hit the mark that he ought to get that money. A jackpot is always a huge amount. 10,000 and small money in Boaka economy. So continue playing. We're getting there gradually. Let's play as many times as we can. I'm seeing you people. I can't call your names right now, but I'm seeing you people. And continue to play. You're doing well. Let's continue to do it. Play as many times as you can wherever you are. Dial star 799 star 25 hatch. Play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. That's all you need to do. And then you hit the jackpot. You have your 10,000 and you can go for a great weekend and get ready for the next week. So let's continue. Play as many times as you can. Don't worry. As you play, there's every likelihood that you will hit that jackpot. You're getting there gradually. You're getting there. I can sense that. The enthusiasm, the zeal, I can see it. So let's continue. Don't worry. We're getting there gradually. But let's bring you the Liberia Council of Churches. So in their statement, they say, in a stirring statement that has captured the attention of citizens nationwide, the Liberia Council of Churches has expressed profound concern regarding President Joseph Yuma Boakar's recent pronouncement of a flashlight 2025 Lexus, reportedly valued at $400,000. This Lexus acquisition stands in stark contrast to the grim economic reality facing the nation, drawing sharp criticism from faith leaders who advocate for responsible governance. The council emphasized that such extravagant spending is particularly alarming, given President Boakar's prior pledge to adopt modest means, including a symbolic commitment to travel by wheelbarrow, aimed at conserving resources during these trying economic times. The Liberian Council of Churches reminds that the scripture warns of divine judgment awaiting leaders who exploit the vulnerable, citing Isaiah chapter 3, verse 14 to 15, and on, long. And the statement is signed by Reverend Dr. Samuel B. Reeves, President, Liberia Council of Churches. Yes. Prezoka made a jack. Prezo, the man who say, the man has said, we are was opulence in nature. Weah was taking the country money. They said Weah and his officials were riding what the word they used to use? Stratospheric. Yeah, stratospheric means very high. So say they were using the country money, using stratospheric amount, exponential, all kinds of words they were using. They were going into thesaurus dictionary and bring on all those words. The king, they said, look at Weah convoy. Weah convoy long. The man just brought in another vehicle. You look in Weah's convoy. Look how Weah convoy. The man I changed a car. Hey man, but sometimes I'm talking. Sorry, I try to control myself because when I imagine Dillon then talking to other people, the reason I can suppress, I try to suppress my emotion because I heard everything they said. I heard everything, and they can't deny. Chief, it is wrong. It is wrong. You know you have the same preference. When you see your friend with the opportunity, don't bring out all kinds of damning things when you know that you want to get there. That's why AB will always say that Unity Party, not necessarily that they had a vision, but they were fighting to come in based on jealousy. And that's true, you see it. Because everything they condemn is happening. Look at greedy Joseph Yuma Boakar. Greedy, jealous. That's greediness and jealousy. This man, they made Boakar to believe they told Boakar condemn Weah for riding in long convoy and bringing in tinted windshield, or not tinted windshield, but bulletproof. Where is that clip? When they pour him on spoon top. Where is that clip? I hope I can get it. To the extent he said, they told him, they said, we are bringing helicopter, we are using helicopter. Then they pour him on spoon talk. Can't see him, ranting, commentating. He said he convincing people. Said we are riding all the cars. We are brought some with a car, man, open top, small, just like a race car or racing car. Hey, forget it. Dandy on there again, other people. Whoa, it was 1 month press conference. Social media was flooded with that. The same man that's sitting over there say we are bringing like mosquito, Daniel Sando, Yombli Kanga, all of them. That's why I don't feel sorry for these people. And I get time whether I know them, they know me, we're related. That's not it. I hate injustice to the core. Even myself, as my sister, as my elder sister, I know whether you can talk to a dead body that in a grave, Elizabeth. She will tell you. That Sam, my biological brother, will look in my face and tell me this thing here, you're wrong and you will pay for it. Chief, let's be fair. That's what God said in Matthew 7. Read it, 3 to 5. If you think speck is in your brother's eye, if you think your brother is dirty and you are the cleanest, please check yourself 100% and notice that you don't have a spot on you. You know what God was referring to? The preference. You have the desire, you know that you want to be, but because you don't have the opportunity, so you look at other people and say they are wicked, they are satanic, they are doing this to this country, they are depleting the resources. What day you say we have messed the country up? What you people were referring to? Expenditure or spending. What Bwaka doing? Bwaka not messing up the country? The man is now riding. We even got in 2026, the man riding 2026, lesser bulletproof. What kind of car? What kind of car that Bwaka want? You know what Bwaka riding? You know what? Because that now Bwaka enjoying life. Bwaka was not enjoying, Bwaka never enjoyed his prime. Bwaka never experienced life. That now Bwaka now in the presidency. When last you saw Bwaka wearing the kind of shoes that he wearing now? When last you saw Bwaka wearing the kind of suit that he's wearing now? When last you saw Bwaka in swag? When last you saw Bwaka swagging? When last? Bwaka had one vast suit. That vast suit he was using throughout. That now Bwaka enjoying himself. That now Bwaka feeling life. Today, none of them. The Liberian Council of Churches say that thing there, the country poor. Let's look at this thing, man, people. Why other countries are scaling down on wasteful spending? State plunder. Our country, our government is increasing. What would give the international partners the urge to relax whatever they have on us as economic cancellation or suspension of their programs here? What will encourage investors to even say, yeah, these people don't have the country is this and that, they carry our investment there. When they see the very president, then why did Bwaka dismiss? Because Ami Moda did not resign under no condition. Ada Goba, Ada come out on the F. I can never believe. Ami Moda did not resign. Bwaka dismissed Ami Moda. They just put it that way, say the man resign. And that because of the same car, look at Bwaka car. A country that is very poor, vulnerable, should the president be riding that kind of car? What president in this country is vulnerable? There isn't any president in this country that is vulnerable. This country is such that it's so loving, kind, peaceful. The people love their president. In fact, they even protect their president. What kind of hardliners? What kind of terrible people? We get none of those people that we see in other countries in this place. We are used to move when we are ready here in a crowd. In a crowd, people shaking, we are here. You all heard anything? One day, all of our presidents, Ellen Yuso, move in the midst of people. Ellen in the middle. The crowd surrounds her. And Ellen is talking to people, greeting her. Shaking people's hands as you even know whether the hand are buying or going. Ellen was shaking. You know why? Because our country just said, in other countries, you can do it. You don't even, nobody gets closer to where the president is. You see armed men all over. You see snipers, they're all around. You know why they do that? Because of their setting. They're not too sure. But our country, this place is a peaceful place, a loving place. The people love their president than any other thing. The people protect their president. Who wants to kill? Nobody wants to do harm to any president in this country. So why would a president want to ride or riding bulletproof the convoy long? You say Weah convoy was long, but your convoy longer than we are now. You see how the presidency looking when you're not there. Yeah? You see, you can hear me talk about that jet plane again. I used to have serious problem with it, but since AB explained the security implication, I listened to the show that whole night. I say, yeah, I've been educated, 100% true. Now, president can ride jet plane, Bwaka can ride. We can understand because all of the conditions AB lay out, that's true. And as he was explaining it, I can say, I said to myself, I can see why. Presidents all around, they use jet plane, especially with the security implications. You don't know who is who. You can risk the president's life with different kinds of people. But you in your own country. You said the man was riding bulletproof. You said you will be a lowly president. You accuse your predecessor prior to coming in of being wasteful, using the resources of the country. Here you are, under your regime. User program is suspended. There is not the likelihood that it will be restored. Keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. We're getting there. It's encouraging. Don't worry. Keep playing. You hit the jackpot as soon as you could be that name. And when you hear that name, it means that, oh, I've hit the jackpot. That's why Sam Andrews is calling me. If we ain't called, then it means that no one has hit the jackpot, but you have to keep fighting. It's just like the race. When you're on the track, if nobody reaches the finish line, there can be no call. But the person who reaches the finish line, your name is called. That's a jackpot there too. So you have to hit the jackpot. You have to keep playing. Let's do it. Play as many times. We're getting there gradually. Before we can close the show, you must hit the jackpot. And that is, you must play as many times as you can. Don't worry. As you can put it there, there's every likelihood you're going to win. The man writing, the Liberia Council of Churches concerned also that now they decided to talk. They too, they get their own problem. Because Bwaka brought in almost, that car is more than 400,000. That car in million. Come on. That car, not a small car. That thing, not just mere built. But forget about how it is built, whichever way it is. This man said he was never. Is it not the same Joseph Yuma Bwaka that said he was now going to ride plane, he would be riding commercial flight? He thought the president said just petty thing, the house thing. Yeah, the president now. The president is more opulent than any president in this country. Look at his government officials. And I am telling you, it's just a matter of time. Exercise patience. You're going to see several situational reports coming on this government. Mr. Bwaka vehicle Look at Boaka Convent and go in Boaka, yeah. They say we are needed to give account. The expenditures on those vehicles, the maintenance and other stuff. They doing anything? No. All Boaka travels. Have you heard anything about a report back to know how many dollars Boaka spent and how many they have remitted into government's account? They unused? No. Do you know that it is compulsory? The same Boaka, the Boaka who said there'll be no business as usual, nothing like that, no accountability on a Boaka. What you see of Joseph Human Boaka is vindictiveness, going after things that are happening, that damaging Boaka government, that Boaka can recover in 60 days as per the ultimatum given by the United States was on security concern. The meeting, the Independent National Commission on Human Rights wants to clear its side. They know what is coming up, and they don't want to be included in that report that the National Independent Commission on Human Rights has been silent on all of these vices and excesses taking place in the country. That's why they came up quick. So it will be included in the report. Those people report that the Independent National Commission stated this and that, because that's what they do. They will quote institutions. According to the Independent National Commission on Human Rights, the police under Gregory Como was this, that. So they highlight quickly. They know what's coming up. Boaka can recover. Boaka can do nothing within 60 days. It is not what we want, but it is the government's own recklessness, negligence, irresponsible act that will cause them to move from yellow to orange. And once you hit the orange jackpot, let's go. We get it there gradually. Let's go. We get it there gradually with the King's Cash giveaway. Hit the jackpot. Dial *7 9 9 *25 hatch. Play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. Hit the jackpot just as your own jackpot pad are positive that money. Boaka jackpot are bang. When it hit the orange, it finished. I listen to the people. They explain it. By God's grace, Monday I'll bring that clip so that you will listen. That's what the guy said. The man said, if you are in the yellow category, it's much better. And so you have a period. That time frame, it's not only on Liberia. It's not only Liberia that has 60 days. All the countries that fall within that yellow category, all of the countries, they have 60 days to make amends, 60 days to straighten up whatever the situation in the country. For us, there are two significant things. They say security concerns and visa. Passport, handle it. But the main thing of those two that they lay emphasis on, security concerns. That means all of the things Boaka been doing, his government doing, from the first day he took power all the way to the time and beyond. He has to solve everything within 60 days. Otherwise than that, Liberia will move from the yellow category into the orange. And what did the guy say when he was explaining from the White House? The analyst. The man said when you get into the orange category, the likelihood of getting into a red category is very rare. Meaning, fight not to get into the orange category. Stay within your perimeter of 60 days. Do what you can within those 60 days. Then you will get off completely. That means you met the requirements and then you are set. So the American government will say, okay, Liberia have met this, Liberia have met that. We are restoring usage aid to Liberia, but it will be with these conditions. But it will not be shut down completely. It is not possible for Boaka to operate within 60 days some of the things that the people are concerned about, that what you see. The country is down. The country ain't get money. You think Donald Trump ain't know that the country does not have money in the Liberia poor? You think they don't know that the leaders of this country are the ones who are keeping it down? Who should convince the international world that truly Weah came as a rescue, as evident by how he is moving in a lowly manner? Yet, he's showing to the rest of the world that everything he accused his predecessor of, he is doubling it 2 times. Who now will be convinced that our country truly don't have it? Weah and the rest of the people, the rest of the rescue, they're only telling Donald Trump, cancel the program from Liberia because Liberia is well-to-do. Liberia can stand on its own. It don't need any assistance. You know what you do? When you face a situation like that, you cut off everything. You are like least belay. If you are wearing kosu every day, you start wearing jeans and t-shirt. You know, when you start moving like that, then they'll say, oh, yeah, the people serious. We're seeing change. But you crying, you say you're rescinding your decision. Donald Trump, you're rescinding the decision with Baker. But the things that will cause the people to rescind their decision, they're not seeing it. Instead, you're living extravagant life. You are more opulent than your predecessor. Does that make sense? Look at the car in this kind of time. What countries around, other countries, they are scaling down on wasteful spending so that they don't miss out on USAID. They are scaling down. They are putting themselves in a proper condition so that America will look and say, okay, yes, we can continue the program in this country. Instead of us doing that, and everything starts from the leader, how he conducts himself, what happened? The people continue to see spending on this one, bringing in that one, bringing in this, bringing in that. Government officials, look at, hey man, that curse on this country, that curse, it will not be a surprise in the next few weeks you have for another car for Weah. Let's just say a few cars. Yeah? Let's go. Let's see now. Let's see the other side. Yeah, man. What? The man riding Lexus 2026. We get in 2026, yeah. But the man riding the car before 2026. President, when we are boy, a small sported car. Hey, God. Hello. Well, I think what the people curse on Unity Party people. Curse. And the mean men are carrying the bundle of curse that I taxi tongue called Darius DeLong. And you are referring to his colleagues in Weah government as spineless. So you're listening now. Who is the spineless now? Who's the real spineless? You see what God can move from other people and you just fall down that kind of way. Even if you die, God ain't get time for you. That's why he said, never ever envy your colleague. Never show jealousy. Never come up with all kinds of diabolical things against. Simply because you are not there. He was in that place 24/7 calling his colleagues spineless. George Weah is grossly inept. George Weah now and your boss man, who is grossly inept. He said down there, Darius DeLong, I'm saying it. I will not suppress my emotion. He said down all there with a tacit tongue. He can't talk good. He should put more on Weah. Oh yes, there was spending going on in Weah's regime. Nobody denying that. There was wasteful spending, mismanagement here and there, yes. But what do you do when you are in opposition? You advise expressly because you are in opposition. You might likely have the opportunity. So you want to be mindful of what you say to the president of the day, the government of the day. You want to watch your words. You want to watch your criticism. You want to fine-tune your criticism so that when you have the opportunity, you are there they would not go back to bring out things that you did not do or say. Why Delona can call government officials and the other people spineless? Yesterday, his colleagues were spineless. Yesterday, he was the light. Why the light gone off? No disrespect, sorry, if you think I'm going on his person. But yesterday, he meant Daniel Sano said, we are has mosquito brain. They were not looking at that part that people have. Naturally, we have our imperfections. You stick to the issue and you don't go damning on people. Yeah, Dylan said in that. In a Senate, you can talk good. Daniel, hey man, Daniel Sano, Liberty Party, man, he said we are a mosquito brain. So we say that the political warfare we in, that intellectual, then who can survive it? That's it. So we're getting there gradually. Let's see now. We're getting there gradually. Keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. We are about to check that. Dial star 799 star 25 hash. Yes, 25. Set star 799 star 25 hash. Play with $200 or $1.50 US. If we can hit the jackpot, well, we can't do anything. But we can hit the jackpot in the next few minutes. So in the next few minutes, step it up. Just step it up. Continue. Don't worry. That's faith. At the time you are about to give up, that's when God can just move that you hit the jackpot. You never give up until it is over. Let's go to the line and take few calls as quickly as we can. 0772 2399 33 0886 304497. The women's line 0777 980 as you continue to play so that we hit the jackpot in the next few minutes. It's encouraging, but we are not there yet. It's encouraging. You are playing, you are doing extremely well, but we are close. We are close to the line. We're not there yet, but we can get there in no time, in few minutes. So let's do it as we take calls. Hello.
Yeah, welcome, Sam.
Yeah.
William W. official spokesperson for the Venezuela movement, Jennifer Cowell. Let me say thank you ever so when you're reading a statement, you say, one we want, but is that the government will not do what the poor need. And it's true, Sam. Because you buy 2026, I got a little car, bulletproof, we run it behind you. Any president in Liberia, they are well protected. Nobody is running behind them. We don't get anything themselves. So what you doing this? Why you can't cut down costs? But now you do it. You see that you go enjoy money. We don't will get because the market will be free and you put your bar outside. That's all. But you go enjoy the money. What you trying to cut down costs and see how many people bring the money back? But no, our government will not be able to do it.
Thank you, sir. My man, thank you. Thank you, Chief Lepoin. Ready to cut down costs that 15 Gafan uncountable austerity measure. We cutting on scratch card. A scratch card, you cut down on, you say that austerity measure. Yeah, let's hear you, yeah.
My name is Daniel Sagi, and I'm training for the second time again to community. Mr. Anju, after the Labrador mentality, when that day should be nobody else. Who told you the garden? When you are not feeding for the we have start back there. They put through they get problem. The men where the other want to get problem. They want to join the men.
But you see how Boga, you see Boga dressing now? The man bluffing.
Go through like a red going time.
The man only bluffing in the country now.
Yeah, they put their money. So they put a lot to the Liberia people. I'm so sorry. To be fair,
okay, man. All right,
yeah.
Chief. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. They use support Weah watch on Facebook. They put Weah shoe. They say, oh, the man bought this one. One pair of shoe. Can you imagine? One pair of shoe, 15,000. They'll put a watch on. They say a gold-plated watch. We are 10,000. They put all over. I will bring some of the pictures so you see. I say that we're checking behind it every day. That order, well, the shoe that Boaga can wear. How many dollars for it? Boaga not wearing $20 US shoe or $30. Boaga wearing shoes. The shoes as president. Boaga can wear Bele shoe. Boaga can wear from 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 upward. Hello.
Hello, St. Andrew.
Let's hear you quick.
Okay, this is my sister calling from Marital.
Let's hear you quick.
Thank you for the show, yeah. What I want to say, look, St. Andrew, when you're not there, then you see everything is bad. But when you come to the picture now, then the story change. They always say, "Bob, story change."
All right.
We are wearing a lot of things here, but today, who get time for Baka? He was coming in the street, coming in the town. Nobody can anything and say, let's see the president. Who want to kill him? Who got time to kill him? People are suffering at home. They say, you start the car, you bring it at the hand, for that put in the pocket. And you want to let come in the future, all the
let him man ride car. You know, my sister are the only guy. The man, listen, hold on. Let me tell you something in left. Watch it. Watch it. The person who enjoy his prime, he enjoy life in his prime. The thing that he had wished that he would have or live when he experienced it. When he get in old age, when he see nothing or he got $1 or $2, that's time he want to live that kind of life. That's how he looking for worker.
Yeah.
All right, my sister. Okay. All right, let's bring up. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Let's go out of Liberia into the United States and bring this on. Hello. Hello. You are
hello.
Yeah.
This is Maurice calling from Belgium.
Yeah,
you know,
from Belgium, not America.
The Liberian people, we had to hear. They particular papier, the poor used to say, oh yeah, they papier, oh, so you're not putting papier there, the papier don't get nothing to lose. He will build a country. He will make things easier for the country. But you see Liberia now, see the kind of car that ride. 2026, we don't even get into 2026. You're riding that kind of car.
Yeah, that
car. Suffering.
Yeah, hold on. That car is in Belgium.
That car, yeah.
Anyway, just I mean the kind of people that can ride a car, top officials now, or models, actors and actors.
Let me say maybe you will see some of this star there, but year left. Maybe you will be talking about the 2025. But for you to see someone there ride 2026 car is very, very expensive. It's a very, very expensive car. And also the president, he has a feed I listen to him say, oh yeah, he want for young people to get a job. He want for children to move on the street.
of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, CDC, invites all partisans, supporters, and sympathizers to the launch of the CDC National Due Payment on Saturday, April 12 at the CDC National Headquarters in Congo Town. It's time to show your loyalty and support for your dear CDC. By paying your dues, you will empower the CDC financially as she prepares to make a great comeback to national leadership in 2029. The launch will be led by First Partisan Dr. George Weah, Party Chairman Janka Cole, Party Secretary General Jefferson Tambakoji, the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, Councilor J. Fonati Kofa, Senior Senator of Magibi County, and Chairman of the CDC National Legislative Caucus, Nathaniel Fallo McGill, the one and only Rescue Mother, Nora Finda Bundu, the Executive Committee members, and all party stars of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, CDC.
Mama, let me ride.